I wish you could have been there. It was one of those perfect days for snowmobiling. The sky was crystal blue and the sun was oh so warm. And every time I inhaled, every hair on my nose froze. I was 16 years old and having way too much fun on a snowmobile, completely oblivious to a winter storm that was rapidly rolling in until it got dark, pitch dark. That's when Gene, our guide, this mountain of a man, stopped me and said, "Well, feller, what we have here is what they call a whiteout. No, I can't afford to have you getting yourself lost, so here's what I need you to do. See that red tail light on the machine in front of you? Don't lose it. And no matter what happens, don't stop. Keep moving forward and you look for that light. Your life and the life of all those riders behind you depend on it. You got it? Good." Man, I'm a Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guess, I could have swore that day the fear of God had a backwoods drawl. Have you ever been disoriented and lost? Perhaps you experienced dense fog before. Well, let me tell you, a whiteout is different. It's strange. It's like everything, even space and time, goes white. As my eyes tried to adjust to this white darkness, my brain tried to reassure me. It's going to be okay, Reed. Just don't panic. Like that was reassuring. I found myself mesmerized by this whiteout when all of a sudden I hear, "Hey, hey, hey, look for the light." And that's when I realized I couldn't see that red tail light in front of me. And instinctively, I hit the brakes. And immediately I hear, "Don't stop. Keep moving forward and look for the light." Clearly, I have way too many voices playing in my head. Heart pounding, I realized I couldn't tell if I'd stopped. I'd accelerate, I could feel movement, but I couldn't see movement. My only hope was to find that light. I accelerated faster and faster. My brain screamed, slow down, slow down, slow down, you're going to crash." Seriously? Don't you just want to tell your brain some days, "Shut up already, I got this"? Then I saw a flicker of red, or was that my imagination? I accelerated faster until I was within inches of that snowmobile in front of me, and that is where I stayed, following that light through the whiteout. That day, I learned one of the most important lessons of my life. That if you're ever confronted by a whiteout, you don't stop. You keep moving forward and you look for that light until you find it. Have you experienced whiteouts in your life? How about the loss of a job, a divorce, a midlife crisis, maybe the death of a loved one? Stress, setbacks, and tragedies can all create feelings of disorientation and loss that make you want to stop. I know. I've had to make that long drive home after being fired from a job. Me? Midlife crisis? I don't know what that is, but if it involves a hot red Ferrari, hey, I'm all in. But the months leading up to my wife's double lung transplant, and the day she took her last breath, that's a whiteout. I know what it feels like to want to stop. Just stop everything. And just when you think that there's no light out there to follow anymore, someone will step into your life. I'm sure you've experienced it too. You know those individuals who seem to have that light about them that says, "It's okay, you can follow me." One of those lights in my life, she oh so tenderly asked me if I was ready to speak again. And seeing my hesitation, she said, "Here, let me sign you up. We need to hear you speak again." Another of my friends, he hugged me and held me for longer than 2 seconds. You know, guys don't get into that type of stuff too much. Then he reassured me. He said, "Reed, you still have important things to do on this earth. Now get to it, man. And he was right. And then there was my image coach. Yes, I have an image consultant. And she's the greatest. She saw the best in me. And the worst of what was in my closet. And said, stop wearing parachute pants. They went out of style in the 80s. In January, I had a chance to take my children back snowmobiling to that very same place. And the sky was crystal blue. The sun was oh so warm. But that day, I experienced a different whiteout. I was eating a juicy hamburger with my guide, talking about whiteouts. And he turned to me and he said, Rheid, you don't know this about me, but I'm a single dad. And I'm really struggling to raise 3 children on my own. And every day I watch my son fight for his life against a genetic disease. That is a whiteout. Every day, individuals around us, perhaps even in this room, are disoriented and lost, and some have even stopped. I know, because I've been there. And they need you. They need us. They need our light. The next time you see someone confronted by a whiteout, will you please ask them to speak? Will you hug them longer than 2 seconds and reassure them that they still have important things to do on this earth? But most importantly, will you please remind them that their life and the lives of all those who follow them depend on them not stopping, that they must keep moving forward and look for the light. Not just